Thank you for tuning into the Force Production Powerlifting channel. My name is Lawrence Malchev, and this is day one of a 5-week training block, getting myself ready for the meet 6 months from now in the USAPL, that is the United States of America Powerlifting League. So, we've got some new things to adjust to, which is being able to squat much lower, much cleaner, bench pressing that doesn't allow anything but flat feet and strict form, and deadlifting with a stiff bar. So it's a much tougher federation. And here we go. So, coach, the hips felt a little tight today starting off. The depth I would have liked to have gotten a little bit lower, but I will make the point to play with my foot width a little bit and definitely take these squats much lower next week. I know that USAPL is notorious for not counting squats, and I don't want that to happen after training for 6 months. I would be really disappointed. But anyway, mobility wise, holy mackerel, my shoulders. I didn't think they were going to feel this good today, even though, let me first say that getting back under a straight bar after not being under a straight bar for about 6 months, it sucked. It hurt getting tight again. But my shoulder mobility was absolutely amazing. I mean, my index finger was outside of the rings all the time even when I was squatting at my best. Now I can put my bench grip, which is my ring finger, on top of those rings. And I might even be able to get them in closer, but I don't want to sacrifice tightness just to have my hands closer. And right here, the guy spotting me, my buddy Ryan, is saying, "Holy shit, man! Your shoulder mobility is out of control," because he remembers spotting me a few times where my shoulders where my hands were super far apart, and that's a high ass squat right there. But we'll get it together now. Here's my setup. And I have no rear delts anymore. I think it was all just back fat. So, gosh, I have to refigure out where the barbell needs to go on my back. I don't know if I'm a low squatter or a mid to low squatter, but I'm definitely not a high bar squatter. I don't like high bar. I feel too unstable. So I definitely like the low bar. And as you can see, with the next rep, I get a little lower, and then the next rep is my best rep as far as depth. But my back feels nice and tight, and it felt really good. As far as the weight, that 290 felt really light, and because I'm controlling my pace of my squats instead of dive bombing into the hole, my squats are looking a lot slower, but they don't feel heavy. And once I get the squat shoes that I've ordered in, I think that my heels raising up, that problem is going to be fixed, even though I'm going to do my best to fix it in the meantime. So I'll leave your thoughts be, coach, and wait until we get on to the bench. Okay, so still working on issues with the feet as far as placement for leg drive, but I wasn't feeling so bad with it today. Actually, my bench feels like it's starting to come back a little bit. I know that, you know, the heavy weight loss has caused it's caused me to lose a lot off all three lifts, coach. But the bench actually really felt like it might be starting to come alive again, even though I don't really feel like I was making any real great strides with my foot position. It's just, you know, it's going to be a work in progress, and I'd like to bench with my hands wider apart, but I don't feel like I get a good pop off the chest with that. Just, you know, just to save range of motion, yeah, it just doesn't feel right. See, so here I I get all the way back on the bench, and then I pull myself down, but I still have to rearrange my feet. Maybe I should have worn my wrestling shoes when I was doing this. The next time I'm just going to wear my wrestling shoes. I have a pair of really great squat shoes coming. Well, hopefully they're going to be really great squat shoes coming, and maybe those might work on the bench too. I don't know, but something's got to give on this damn bench. But the 180 really felt good. To tell you the truth, it moved really nice. I specifically kept my wrist straps off and my belt off for this, just to see really how I felt. And so had I put them on, I'm sure that that this would have moved even faster and cleaner. But it moved to my satisfaction for now, and that's saying a lot because my bench is going to be the one that needs the most work, I believe. Yeah, I figured out what the problem was. Is I had to format the disc. So I guess there's only so much space on the disc before it runs out, and you have to format it in order to get the rest of the space that's on there. And I should have looked that up before I bought the damn thing. But live and learn, right? So here we go, Coach. I'm going to just show you how I made my way from 135 to 315. And then from 315, I went to 400. But you saw the 400 because I sent that to you from my iPhone, and I'm going to just tell you that I was beat from the squatting and the benching, and you know, it took a lot out of me, and I should have eaten before I came in to train instead of eating after. So, as we talked about, no need to make any big changes just because you kind of had a rough day. Um, all in all, the deadlifts felt pretty good up into the 400 pull, and maybe that could be just, you know, a big jump. Maybe that's because the 400 is only 40 pounds away from where I maxed out at. You know, it could be just that my body's not used to pulling heavy stuff, and taking into account the weight loss, it's all adding up to, you know, just that's how it works in this sport. So living and learning, and I'll let you watch, and I'll be quiet so you may think in peace. And I'll talk to you later, and thank you to all the viewers. See you next time, guys.